Oh, I don't like it. What's that noise? There's spikes. I do not like it in here. I'm coming out. Oh my god, this is scary. Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new vlog. Happy New Year, even though we are now in February, but I haven't filmed a video since Christmas. So I hope you guys had a lovely Christmas and I hope you guys had a lovely New Year. Today, myself and Daniel, we are off to apparently one of the most haunted prisons in the UK. It's meant to have a lot of paranormal activity. They actually do ghost tours of this prison, but we're not doing a ghost tour. We're just here to do a self-guided tour of the prison just to see what it's all about. So today we are going to Shepton Mallet Prison. It's really random, but the other day I said to Dan, I really want to go and do something on a Saturday, like this weekend coming up. I want to go do something like just out there, and randomly sorry, I gotta give Dan the directions. You're going left on this road. Randomly the other day it came up on my recommendations, an old video of 𝐓𝐴𝐵, and he did like a whole like ghost series of going to haunted prisons, and the first one he went to in that like YouTube series was Shepton Mallet Prison. I kind of just saw it and I was like, well, that's not too far away from where I live. It's like a 40-minute hour drive. We were kind of going, what do you want to do? And we said all these things and I was like, I kind of just had in my head, I was like, let's go to Shepton Mallet Prison. So we bought our tickets, we are on our way today, and yeah, I'm actually excited. There's a lot of history, and also I'm very intrigued by this paranormal thing, so I'm gonna vlog it for you. Maybe we'll catch something on camera, who knows?
This is voluntary, by the way. We haven't committed some sort of heinous crime.
No, well actually the prison it's not a prison anymore. It closed actually quite recently. It closed in 2013, but it did open in like the 1600s. So it is an old prison. Yeah, I'm really excited. So join us as we are on our way. We've got 13 minutes until we arrive. So very excited. Guys, we've made it. I'm so excited. So basically, this is the newer side. This was likely used in the 2013 time when it was here. And then over here, where that car's kind of turning into, is the older side. It's such an odd place for a prison.
Alright.
We are in. We've made it in. And I already feel a bit on edge. I don't know why I'm a bit like, ah! Look at that. So this wall here, they shot people against this wall. Look at that. So that's outside of the prison. It didn't actually tell you what this wooden door is. It's called the Pauper's Grave, and it basically says that it was for poor prisoners who died of disease or by other methods during the early years of the prison. Their bodily remains were buried behind the door. It wasn't just for prisoners, it was for like poor people out in society who couldn't actually afford a proper burial. I do show you the door when we finish, so keep watching the video. So behind us is the guided door, but also where there stood is the unmarked grave. So I kind of want to go there, but they're talking. So we're currently on the older side of the prison, as I mentioned before. This is kind of like, oh my gosh, the racket.
That's the ghost.
The treadmill, prison and diseases. They made prisoners stand in it and just walk.
Not attached to a productive outcome.
No, so they just did it just to make them work. Look at all this. Oh, Jesus.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, but he's got a very scary face. Stone breaking, so that was another punishment. Boot repairs. It's just so dark. It's a bit scary. It's weird to think that criminals were once here, but not too long ago. Prison and diseases, what's this then? Oh, is this where all the ill people went? Remove plaster.
Oh, that's interesting.
During the 1800s, whilst this room was infirmary, the sick and dying would have been brought here. There's a green button that says press me.
The Treadmill House at Shepton Mallet Prison had one of the largest treadmills in the country. Prisoners would be set to walk up a never-ending staircase to turn the wheel. At Shepton Mallet Prison, this wheel drove a shaft which was used to mill corn on the other side of the prison wall. Misbehaving prisoners would have to turn a crank 10,000 revolutions.
Oh my God.
If the officers decided it was too easy for the prisoner, a screw would be used to tighten a bolt, making the crank harder to turn.
So just basically really ill people went into this room. So on this wall it just basically says all the things that they could have had. So there's tuberculosis, the Great Plague. Amputations.
That's a good disease,
Typhus fever. They were all brought into this room. So this is what the beds would look like. Oh look. Pink blood. Oh, look at the bone now. This is where we just were, downstairs. But yeah, making some noises. What's in here? So there's the Gatekeepers Lodge. And then you've got something in here. This is insane. I love how they've kind of just left it. Oh, some more steep stairs. It smells. They've literally just kind of left this as it was, kind of frozen in time. It's like cobwebs and everything.
First aid room, is it?
You can go up even higher. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is scary. Yeah, that's very scary. Do you want to come up? I'm actually scared to be in here. I guess this is just where the gatekeepers chilled. Look at it. Oh, I don't like it. Now we're going into a cell room. This is just a kitchen, no? Oh, it's through there. 1600 cell. Through this hole, you'll discover a small room believed to be the original cell 400 years ago. On the left-hand side, there is a barred window peer through, and you'll see more of these hidden cells. Are you going through? It's absolutely...
The room you are currently stood in is the principal officer's office.
Oh my god.
In 2017, during some investigation works within the prison, 3 original holding cells were uncovered by our team. The 3 cells date back to when the prison was first opened in 1625. Behind these cells and lying beneath the exercise yard is the remains of the original cell block. Prison cells 400 years ago are very different to the cells you'll find in the prison today. The original cells were much larger, as they would have held as many as 15 men, women and children.
Oh, I don't like it. This is so dark. And like, look how dark that is. That's like the more, we can't even see, the more cells through there. I do not like it in here. I'm coming out. This is scary. That's scary. So like, there's like more cells through these walls, and it's dark and it's scary. And that's the original cells from the 1600s. Ugh. So this is the exercise yard where prisoners would exercise. We've got a basketball hoop. Want a little game of basketball? Look at this. I feel like in videos I've seen, it looks like it's a lot smaller, but actually being here, you realise how high up everything is. Obviously you've got to be high up as prisoners, but can you imagine like being in your cell all day and kind of getting this little bit of fresh air and a bit of freedom? This is your kind of bit of the daylight, so you'd kind of take every moment to just be out here and enjoy it. The admin building. You're currently in part of the former administration office, as well as the 2 rooms you can see here along the corridor to the left and right.
To the left and right.
What's that noise? I'm hearing noises. Oh my god, why is everything so dark? The deputy governor. Why is this so dark? Oh, it must be where they do ghost stuff, because there's an Ouija board. I don't want any ghosts coming and follow me home, thank you very much. And then in here, we've got the poltergeist room. Jesus! Poltergeist, I don't really like the fact it's called a poltergeist room. And then we're back to the exercise yard. We've got some information here. So the exercise yards would have certainly been a pleasant place in modern years. After the lifers arrived in 2001, gradually the garden spaces and ponds were added to improve environment. They would be permitted 1 hour every day. Oh my god, that's not a lot, is it? If they wish, either walking around the yard or playing games such as basketball, football or chess. Near the garden space you can still see the chessboard painted on the ground. That's like an old photo of what
Obviously it was in the pond.
it used to be like that's it now. So they'd only have an hour to be out here to like have a game of basketball, have a little run around the yard, have a little walk around the yard, play football. Oh, there's a chessboard over there. So they added these in the later years, the ponds and the greenery. Over here you've got the original.
Surely that would be very easy to climb up and get out of the prison.
And then here on the floor where they'd play chess. It's just mad. I bet they'd be thankful for a day like this, even though they only had an hour. But if it was sunshine, they could just go, oh, there's the cat!
Where did it come from?
I don't know, it's a ghost cat. Hi! Hi! Oh, you're nice. You're a nice kitty. We interrupt this programme by showing affection to a cat. No, that's so weird. He kind of just started running from here. It's a show on playground. Now apparently cats can see ghosts.
Okay.
Dan loves it. Always distracted by cats. That's it, you're going to jail. You've been a naughty boy. You've been a naughty boy. You're not coming out. Whoa!
Can we go up?
Yeah, this is where people would be. This is insane. And look, this is like a telephone where people would make their calls. Let's go upstairs. Here we have the showers. You had 6 people could shower all at once.
That's not COVID, so.
No. Look at the cells. These are insane. There's stickers on this one. Star Wars stickers. Someone must have been a fan of Star Wars. I wonder if there was like a better cell out of all of these. There's one that had just a bit more room. I can imagine this being very scary at night. I'm definitely happy we're here in daylight. However, some rooms have given me bad vibes. Gatekeepers Lodge. I'm right at the top where it's really dark. Nope. My stomach dropped. Can you work out how prisoners managed to escape from this cell? Okay,
is that this one?
That's this one. And there should be a hole somewhere. I'm guessing gonna be over here somewhere. Is there a hole? There's no actual obvious hole. So what does it say? How do they do it? Over time, they chip their way through the wall of their cell into the adjoining room. If you peer through the gate into the little room next to the cell, you can see a ladder and also a mark in the wall where a large hole had been filled in. The ladder, oh yeah, right there. So there's a ladder and you can see like a massive hole right there.
Yeah.
So it must be in there somewhere, the hole. After making the hole in the wall of the cell, the prisoners climbed through the hole into the adjoining room. From here, they could ascend the ladder. The ladder in the room on the right-hand side leads into a roof space above the B wing. The roof of the B wing links onto the D wing and then onto an A wing. If you walk from this room along the top corridor of D wing and into an A wing, then you have followed the route that these prisoners took in the roof spaces above you. Once inside the roof space of the A wing, they could climb on top of the roof and abseil and using a homemade rope down the road below. Do you think you could manage this escape? That's mental. The spikes. Here is the execution room. Through those doors. The total number of executions which took place at the prison in its early years is unknown. 7 judicial? That's a hard word. Executions took place within the prison walls between 1889 and 1926. It is likely that the majority of these 7 executions took place in either temporary structures or within a shed within the prison walls that no longer exist. The execution room was not built until the time of World War II.
They've got a Banksy.
Executions. This room was once the cell in which the condemned men would spend their final nights before their execution. So they would come in here, as you can see, example of a bed and a man going, "Why me?" Because you did something naughty, mate. Did you know, in front of this door would have been a bookcase. Unbeknown to the prisoners, it masked the entrance to the gallows. They'd have like a bookcase like here, so they wouldn't know that through this door was where they would die. Move the bookcase, go through this door, and they didn't know it would be here. And here would be where they would die. Ooh, press me.
The execution room you are now stood in is actually the second execution room to be used at Shepton Mallet Prison.
Oh my God.
Until 1868, executions were carried out in public view. These took place at 𝐟𝐞𝐴 Prison, just outside the prison walls, in a field known as the Gallows 5 Acres. From 1868, public executions were stopped in Great Britain, and all executions took place behind closed doors. Between 1943 and 1945, 16 American soldiers, most of whom were convicted of murder, were executed in the room you are now stood in. On the morning of the execution, the officers would move a bookshelf and reveal a secret door which led into the execution room.
Can you imagine them just going,
The condemned
oh my
man
God.
spent 10 days in this cell, leading up to their execution
Oh my God.
date. There would be 2 prison officers in the room with the prisoner at all times. You would typically find a chessboard or a pack of game cards in this cell, as well as writing material.
Oh my God. This is the executioner's accommodation. They would sleep here while the prisoner who was about to get executed is in that room.
Is it nice in there?
No. The executioner would arrive at the prison at 4 o'clock the day before the execution was due to take place. The prison gym is now home to a gymnastics club. Could you imagine that? The prison chapel. So here's a chapel. As you can see, all the chairs are like bolted down. Does it even work? Ooh. I learnt that in school.
What was that?
Do mate. Learned that in secondary school. There you go. Do for the souls of the prisoners of this chapel. So I think we've actually walked around a lot of it now.
So we've completed prison.
We've completed the prison, yes. No, we're now in C wing. What's in here? The women's workroom. So this is where they'd work. During the 1800s, most prisoners were tasked with hard labour. Women and children would not be exempt.
The Johnson's quarter.
Oh no. Oh no. Who's Johnson? This is their house in the prison. Look at the mould. They really have just left it. Welcome to the living quarters of Mr. and Mrs. Johnson and their 2 children. During World War II, within the main wing, An estimated total of 300 tonnes of records moved from the Public Record Office in London to be held here. They lived here from September 1939 for the duration of the war. Oh, the Cray twins. What's that? Although Ronnie and Reggie Cray did stay at Shepton Mallet Prison, we cannot say for certain what cells they were kept in. Unfortunately, we don't have access to the records. When the stories passed down, we think they may have been in the C wing. However, this photo was taken in this cell, C16, where some ghost people ghost hunting. After looking closely at the photo, they noticed the extra hand. I believe that the hand that appeared belongs to one of the twins, making their presence known to these two ladies.
Sorry, that's the hand, is it?
Apparently so.
Oh my God.
On one of the fingers of the mysterious hand, there is a ring on a finger which matches a ring with Ronnie Cray wore. Whoa. My battery's flashing dead. Did it steal my energy? It could have, I'm laughing, but there's definitely... I haven't felt the way I felt in that Gatekeepers Lodge. That, really, my stomach like dropped. And in one of the cells, I got a headache.
I smelt it when your stomach dropped as well.
Shut up. And then on one of the cells, when I was walking in, I mean, I've got it a bit now. I kind of feel like it's like pressing against my head, like a headache. So it's interesting.
Could it not just be a headache?
It could be. I've not drank enough water. The reception. Photo op, yes. So we took a photo in front of the little Shepton Mallet photo op thing, and our faces were blurred. Is that a ghost stood in front of us? I don't know. Did we get photobombed by a ghost? Inmate clothing. So they'd come here, they'd get their details, get changed, go get their health checks, and bada bing bada boom. And through here is a morgue. The morgue. This room is the former morgue. A morgue of mortuary is a room of building in which dead bodies are kept. We got a button.
Once a condemned man had been executed and pronounced dead, his body was brought to this room, the morgue. In the morgue, the doctor would perform a short autopsy to confirm that the execution went as planned with no discrepancies. Once the autopsy had been completed, the body was wrapped in a shroud and taken to an unmarked grave within the prison grounds. Many believe that this area is one of the most haunted areas of the prison due to its former use.
Would make sense. If it was a morgue, a lot of dead bodies in here. So it says here, after the prison ceased to be a military prison for the United States Army, a wooden coffin was found in this room. Written across it were the following words: property of the United States Army, please return. My God, they just kind of left a dead body in here, in a coffin, when they were out. The Americans were out of it.
Nice.
So, ghosts, if there's any ghosts in this room, please do not follow us home. We're not interested. We're just here for the history. Thank you very much. God bless. And like I said, we have that wooden door that we have to go see when we get outside of the prison, but also there's a marked grave inside the prison, which apparently there's bodies in there, which I believe they can't get out until 2026, because that's when their life sentence would be up, 100 years. There you go, got some prison staff from 1909. Obviously a very happy bunch, including this one. Just very happy. All of these things were filmed at Shepton Mallet Prison. Glasses. These glasses were found behind a radiator in B wing, along with 2 newspapers dating to November 2012. So I don't think we can actually get around, but I'll show you on the floor. It's over here. So we walked past it, but the tour was happening when it happened. So over here, there's like dark cement. They had a life sentence, so they've said that they're not allowed to open them and actually give them a proper burial until 2026, I believe, which is when they would have been here for 100 years. But as we're going out now, we can go and see the door. A lot of bodies were, there's the door. So a lot of bodies that died were either buried in here or gone through that wooden door right here and buried in there. Very cool. Old prison, new prison. Like I said, you can't go into this new area. Obviously you can tell by the building that's a lot more modern than the prison in there, but I don't know if that's something they're going to do in the future and make it so that you can go through that little tunnel there to go into this modern area. I do not know. It'd be good if they did. Really cool, really interesting day. There you go, Shepton Mallet Prison. So we're back in the car and just wanted to do like a final roundup of how our day was. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, it was interesting. It was different. This
wouldn't come into your mind on let's go on a day trip somewhere, and I came across it, was like let's
go to prison.
Let's go to prison. I thought it was really interesting. I really enjoy how they've kind of like left it as it was. I was saying to Dan on the way here, I like places where they're a museum but they've actually kind of left it like it's frozen in history, not they've come across it, tidied it up to make it look like it once was like that. They've actually just kind of gone, there's no one in here now, just leave the cell as it was and leave this and this. So it's really, really interesting. We found out the cat is called Fletch.
Fletch. Good boy.
He is the prison cat. He's well known apparently. I said to them, there's a cat, I think. I watched the YouTube video of this other guy that came in October, so recently. He was in that video and I was like, I wonder if we'll come across the cat, and we did. Fletch, very nice cat as you saw. But yeah, it was a really good day and it wasn't even that expensive, and you can obviously take as much time as you want.
It was, what was it, £10 each?
Yeah, £10 each. That was online. I don't know what it's like if you buy the tickets at the door.
It's more if you get
if you obviously get the guided tour. We went on a self-guided tour and there was a lot of posters with all the information about what was what. Probably will tell you more in the guided tour, but you could easily do it self-guided because there is information everywhere.
I'd say take the guided tour if you can't read.
It was really, really interesting and I actually really enjoyed it, so I definitely recommend, and you could see a cute cat if you come. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, please subscribe, and I will see you whenever the next vlog is. Bye guys.